On Capitol Hill, a Michigan member of Congress is calling for the impeachment of the nation's top health official. Congresswoman Haley Stevens introduced articles of impeachment against Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 13 News Side's political reporter Josh Albertus looks at the congressman's rare move.
A call to remove the nation's top health official coming from here in Michigan.
This is about protecting the health and safety of Michigan families and every American.
Democratic Congresswoman Haley Stevens, also running for the state's open U.S. Senate seat next year, introduced articles of impeachment against Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Wednesday. Her office announced in September that she planned to do so as her allegations against him piled up.
Endangering lives, undermining public health, betraying public trust, and threatening Michigan families and our world-class research institutions.
Stevens alleging Kennedy has abdicated duty, failed to carry out statutory duties while administering the FDA and CDC, and imperiled public health and safety.
We've watched him ignore the science and make outlandish claims. It is time to protect science, protect lives, and to hold him accountable.
But especially given Republican majorities in both the U.S. House and Senate, Stevens' push is what many would likely consider a tall order. In order for a cabinet secretary to be impeached and then removed from office, the House would need to vote by simple majority to impeach, and then the Senate would be responsible for a trial to determine whether to remove them. Conviction in the Senate requires 2/3 of the members present. 13 on Your Side reached out to HHS for comment on the announcement. We received a statement that read, quote, "Secretary Kennedy remains focused on improving Americans' health and lowering costs, not on partisan theatrics designed to elevate standing in a failed third-rate Senate bid."
And Josh joins us now. Josh, how often do we see something like this?
Oh, it's quite the step, Elena, not necessarily because calls to impeach cabinet officials are all that rare these days, but because it very rarely succeeds. And those articles will likely instantly face an uphill battle in a Republican Congress. Only 2 U.S. cabinet secretaries have ever been impeached by the House, according to ABC News. The most recent impeachment being President Biden's Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, last year.